Okay, so for the large project this semester, I made essentially like a flock-in simulation. Um, it works based off of the Craig Reynolds Boids algorithm, which you can find at this address if you want to read a little bit more about it. But essentially, every like object tries to separate as far away from any objects that are too close to it. It also tries to align its velocity to the average velocity of the other objects around it, and it tries to steer towards the center of mass of all the other objects. It's a little bit easier to see that visually, so you can see if I run the program here. You can see they all start to kind of flock together. Each of these buttons, if you click them, will turn off one of the rules. So, like if I click this, it'll turn off their separation rule. You can see they all start to clump together, but when I turn it back on, they all start to spread apart. If I turn off their alignment rule, then you can see all of them just sort of go in somewhat random directions. They're still kind of cohesing together and stand separate, but there's no like general direction. But then when I turn that back on, they all start to have an average direction. If I turn off their cohesion, you can see they all spread apart. They don't really form groups anymore. They sort of just all steer in the same direction and keep spread apart from each other. Also, for keyboard commands, if you tap the A key, it adds more Boids. If you tap the D key, it deletes Boids. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the whole project. It's just these three buttons with the steering algorithm. And also, if they get too close to the edge, it adds a force which pushes them away from the edge, which you can see here. They kind of start to steer away from the edge as they get too close to the borders.